Today's sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And the talented young man took over as a full-time starter week 6 of last season, showed a ton of promise as a rookie, despite having minimal help around him. His talent and potential, vast. I expect him to have a huge second year in the NFL.
To the air right away is May. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 2. They run once more with Stevenson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have the Patriots first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's good. 4 on Patriots. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up the first down with some nice running.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll run the jet sweep with Douglas. Pass the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Patriots will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair,
watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. Then everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Off play action, Fields. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's complete to Diggs. to the 33. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to put that first.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So here's a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here for Davis. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Hall. Now he's free at the 35. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 69 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing here is May. He finds Douglas complete. And it's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. May. Gets this complete to Butte. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's May. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Caught by Wilson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Jets. First down. A gain of 1 yard. First down, Jets.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Fields. To the sideline and incomplete.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Fields. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the 1st. 7-7, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, look at the juke. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
19 yards. 1st down, Jets.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 1. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They run it with Hall off the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Fields. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Folks' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
after the made field goal. Back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
New England's offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To the air, May. Hunter Henry brings it in.
There wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jets offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. So no gain on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet. but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Downfield.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Fields throwing again. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
3rd and 2. This is Lazard with a catch out left. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll throw with May. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the shotgun, it's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
That's another Patriots first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
From the gun, it's May. Over the middle, complete. It's Henderson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 3rd and
3. 3rd and 3. To throw, it's May. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Fields. And he completes it to Wilson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Fields. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Ooh, with a juke. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
In trouble, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defense. Tackle and friendly partner. It's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. It's been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
I should probably stop their head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink you got in chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the books you
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
There to stop it was Carlton Davis.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 41, here's second down and 5. Here's Hall again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 139 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
19 yards. First down, New York.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. On play action, Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now second and 9. Here's Fields. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
First down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier in this series.
Now Fields going to run, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Second and 5 from the 8. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
To throw is Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Folk's kick is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you have most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Looking to put a drive together. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down and brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's May. He'll try to pick it up himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Offense.
So nice run there, but negated by the illegal block in the back.
Yeah, and on that type of a play as a receiver, you just want to kind of hold your guy up on the outside, do a little stop blocking with him. But this time, he got a little too aggressive, and out came the flag.
And he's got this down to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Henderson running straight ahead. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Looking to throw, May. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing here is May. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now out come the Jets. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he's loose at the 40. Now look out. He's to the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields, 91 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously, a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Now Folk for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To the air, May. The left side caught by Diggs. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. The tight end Henry here in motion. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Davis now to return it. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over. The visitors' offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. In motion left is Mitchell. Fields now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Fields. Wilson's got it complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Fields. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back now in Foxborough. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields throwing quickly to Wilson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Fields going to run, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this second half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Ball again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jets have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's May. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll throw with May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Open man, the tight end Henry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's May. This one incomplete. Almost picked out by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Oh, good move. A good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Ball again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Now Fields. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Straight ahead is Hall. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 170 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Off play action, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that's a killer, because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. To throw is Fields. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Milton Williams drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. This to make it a 3-score game late. Folk's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England trying to get to place on offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's May. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Stevenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
We're going to throw. May.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing here is May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Short pass caught by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll be taken down at the 46. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I'll do it for you.
2 yards to go, second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.